With the invention of the telephone, the United States' communication and interaction with the rest of the world increased tremendously. As it rose to become a major world power, many people wondered, what was next? After nearly hundreds of years since the telephone's invention, communication transformed with the new discoveries in science and technology. These new advances prompted Americans to look to the sky in the hope of communicating and interacting with places and objects once considered unreachable. A dream was made a reality with the creation of the Apollo space programs in the United States when 35th President John F. Kennedy challenged the nation to get its astronauts to the moon and back safely. The goal was first announced in Kennedy's appeal to Congress on May 25, 1961. His domestic policy was known as the New Frontier, with plans to pass medical and education bills along with revitalizing the economy. Yet the most important aspect was the expanding the American frontier into a territory not yet conquered. As the nation was in the middle of a Cold War with the Soviet Union, it feared its powerful influence throughout the world would diminish if the Soviets were the first to reach the moon. With the Soviet Sputnik mission that had allowed for the first artificial Earth satellite in space, they were slowly gaining a lead on the space race. Kennedy decided to launch a multi-million-dollar program that would allow the United States to keep their influence in the world and achieve the impossible. The Apollo program consisted of 11 spaceflights, 4 of which were to test the equipment and 6 of which landed on the moon. The United States finally reached their goal in July of 1969 as the Apollo 11 mission landed on the moon with astronauts Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Buzz Aldrin. As people all over the nation gathered to watch this momentous event, never had the world seemed so small and the United States so dominant. While on the moon, the astronauts collected moon rocks to bring back to Earth, conducted scientific research, and studied the lunar surface. This mission allowed not only the nation but the entire world to further its research into space and allow for the exploration of other distant worlds further in the future. It furthered America's global dominance and demonstrated the nation's exceptionalism at its finest. As Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, said, "That's one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind."